And read the paper or watch the TV news on any day of the week and you will hear stories of people suffering from financial stress. For a lot of people, this is especially true right now as we navigate the COVID-19 crisis. Here to tell us how spending planners can help Aussie families take better control of their finances is David Wright and Carolyn Moes from the Spending Planners Institute. Good morning to you both.
Good morning, how are you?
Hi there.
Very well. David, we'll start with you. Firstly, give us a bit of a background, paint the picture for us. How badly are Aussies actually worrying about money?
Look, it's an ongoing thing, and as far back as you want to go, I think there's always people in money stress. I think it's particularly bad at the moment. One statistic I have here is about 60% of Australian families or Australian people are experiencing money stress, and I think it's something like about 7 million Aussie households who feel stress around money at least at some time every week, if not every day.
Well, look, I just want to also ask, how do you even recognise if you need financial help? This is a really important question because I think for a lot of Australians out there, they put it down to circumstances and perhaps they think that things may change, but maybe they don't know that they're not in the right place.
That's an interesting question, and I guess if you've got a knot in your stomach at any time during the week that says, I've got a bill I can't pay, or I just don't feel comfortable, or if it's just chaos, you've got bills that you're just ignoring, I think that's a pretty good sign that there's something wrong and you need to fix it, because if you don't, it's just going to get worse.
Well, I guess that's what happens, is that knot gets inside your stomach, and for a lot of people out there, they don't know what the source is for that, but they are trying to move forward. It's quite an interesting situation, that's for sure.
Carolyn, what is a spending planner? Give us some insight into what you do and I guess how you guys are different from other financial advisors.
Okay, so a spending planner is essentially, you can call us a money coach if you like, but we're the people who come into what can often be an overwhelming situation. You have families in so much stress and they're in relationship breakdown often when we see them, and it's simply because the money stress is just heightened in that household. So you've got unhappy dad working 60 hours a week, unhappy mum, unhappy kids, and relationship breakdown is just rife. So as a spending planner, what we do is come into the middle of that situation and we create some calm, bring some calm into that overwhelming situation so that we can actually show them a way out. We actually give them permission to spend money without guilt, which is pretty exciting.
Yeah, well, I think a lot of people are looking, for this particular change. Can you give us some examples of how people's lives have changed as a result of having Spending Planner?
Well, I got Carolyn on the call today because she is actually one of the spending planners, so she's got a couple of really good stories for you.
That's why we've got her here.
Well, I do have a couple of stories. One of the most overwhelming ones that I found was a couple of years ago, where a lady came to me. She had $150,000 in unsecured debt over about 9 different personal loans and credit cards, and her husband didn't know anything about it. So she kind of came to me to ask for a solution. She'd been to a couple of other people to ask for solutions. They couldn't help her. And so we actually put a plan together for her, unbeknown to the husband. The husband to this day still doesn't know about that debt, but she actually sleeps well at night now. She has a plan to pay out her debt. And she actually has savings, and they're planning a family holiday, which is pretty exciting.
I am like, this has almost turned into a bit of a Jerry Springer segment. 150 grand of debt and your husband doesn't know and you've managed to cover it up. We're sort of in underbelly weird territory. That's
swimming in a different pond to you. I think some people, that amount of money probably is not as outrageous as what we would expect it to be.
David, oh my gosh.
We hear stories like that all the time. All the time. That's what we deal with. Yeah.
I think this is a good sort of segue to sort of go, Dave, look, what's a good money tip that we should all take away with us today? Because obviously everyone's at a different stage in regards to their finances, and particularly some people are struggling more now, as Benjamin alluded to, given the circumstances that we're in. But what's something we can all take away with us to sort of get us in better financial shape?
You're probably not going to like this one, but the one thing that stands out really big time for me is that it doesn't matter how much you earn, it's never enough. Your cost of living is actually determined by your income, and it is possible to live on your income. Everybody thinks I just need to earn a bit more and that would fix my problem. And yet I've worked with people earning 150 grand a year, 250 grand a year, 350 grand a year, and it doesn't make any difference. I've worked with people earning 50 grand a year who are well off. So
what is that mindset though?
It's not
I
about
want to
earning
know,
more money.
what is the mindset of the average person? Like, how do we all do that? We all spend as much money as we make, or we overspend how much money that we make. How do we reset that and try and change those habits? I mean, it's just right across the board. It's happening to all Australians all the time.
Nobody wins a gold medal at the Olympics without a coach. Nobody gets control of their money without someone to be an independent third party to reflect off. We are too close to ourselves, and we always find excuses for doing things the wrong way.
That's true.
It's just that easy.
Well, look, David and Carolyn, I'm definitely a person that has champagne taste on a beer budget. I would 100% need your help. How can people find out more on spending planning? Where can they find you guys?
It's really hard to find spendingplanning.com. You'll find everything you need to know about spending planning, spendingplanning.com.
We're sending you an email right now.
Sending that right out there now.
I'll tell you what, Alana, it's not uncommon, just in finishing, it's not uncommon for the average Aussie family to be leaking between $10,000 and $12,000 a year out of their plan. When we do a spending plan for them, that's often what we will find. So we can give you a family holiday. All you need is a good spending plan in place.
I need a lot of things. Carolyn, thanks so much, you and David, for joining us this morning.
You both did a brilliant job.
You're welcome. Thank you.